Welcome to the Kashmir Notebook, a special Frontline broadcast with Gowhar Geelani. This is the 10th episode, and we are here in the winter capital of Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu, where we are experiencing bone-chilling cold and dense fog, and that's why we couldn't shoot outside. And we have a special guest, Mr. Aditya Gupta, who is a practicing lawyer, but also a politician who now heads the youth J&K PDP. And we'll hear from him what are the experiences and what are the problems and aspirations in Jammu region. Aditya, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Aditya, we have known you as a lawyer. First, tell me about this journey from being a lawyer to now also a politician.
I've been a politician for the last 2.5 years. I'll call it a good journey. Something I feel that I've been doing something productive in my life, apart from being a practicing lawyer. I'm doing something which I'm supposed to do. And this is the mechanism I've chosen, that to become a political figure, do politics, and serve people by means of politics, by adding a little spice of basic intellect that I personally felt that was missing from Jammu. I've been always thinking that why, a lot of people have been asking me why you join politics, and so I always felt that Jammu has been lagging behind because we had a little bit of political bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. Our priorities were not set. We were driven by agendas. And somewhere, while trying to achieve the larger goal or to contribute to the nation's success, we somehow were compromising on our basic needs. And those compromises were basically being used to create a regional divide. Mm-hmm.
Regional divide between, you mean the valley?
Jammu and Kashmir. Mm-hmm. And I want to fight that.
Okay. So you want to bridge the gap?
I want to bridge the gap. I want to tell people that, this is, because there's only one narrative being set. Mm-hmm. And that is driven by the fact that, people want vote. In power corridors, people think, okay, let's support this narrative. Mm-hmm. And we will be successful. Mm-hmm. But are they doing any kind of service?
So let's come to the political question now, since you're a politician. Recently, about this regional and religious divide between the two regions, Kashmir Valley and Jammu region. It's very cold here, and you do not have those facilities like the fire pot, kangri or peran, like we have in Kashmir. But recently this incident of celebrations, like people came out, the supporters of the Sangharsh Samiti, they came out in open, distributed sweets, took out a bike rally, and also prayed at one of the temples when the cancellation of a medical college at Shri Mata Vaishno Devi Medical College happened. As a Jammuite and also as a politician, did you reflect on what kind of message was being telegraphed to the world, that there are celebrations on losing or cancellation of a medical college just because 42 people from other region or with different names had qualified? What was the message being telegraphed? I know you don't subscribe to that ideology, but tell us about the message that was being broadcast.
See, the message, it is what we have been seeing all across the country. Mm-hmm. There's a sadistic pleasure that these religion-driven samitis, mm-hmm. organizations, RSS, BJP, ABP, VHP, they do. They try to take Indian people, and more particularly the Hindus, giving them a drive that giving them a sadistic pleasure. That 400 years back, 500 years back, one person who happened to be an Islam follower, happened to be a Muslim, came to India, did this to our temples, did this to our women, did this to our men. Now it's a time we have to avenge it. That's the message. And my fellow Indians and my fellow people in Jammu are falling prey to that thing. Whereas we have to show them that, see, this is my religion, this is my, जिसको कहते हैं ना, we call it our Sanskriti. This is my religion, my
tehzeeb, culture,
which says that, see, we are the one of the oldest religions in the world. Our legacy is big. We are big-hearted people. By avenging, what are we going to avenge for? And from whom? So that kind of sadistic pleasure is being infused into country.
So is it also then a part, if I connect the dots, that recently you had this Gal Baat event, which is like a conversation, and the first part of the series, which I think happened in Srinagar, the PDP, your party, organized by the name Baat, which is a Kashmiri equivalent of Gal Baat, or Guftu Shanid in Urdu, or conversation. So you invited different people from different walks of life. Some were lawyers, some were like students, people from the academia. What were the conversations? Was that also part of an attempt to bridge the gap and also hear the people's views, what people were thinking actually in the young demography?
See, the idea about Galbat in Kashmir was slightly different from the way we did it in Jammu.
Okay.
In Kashmir, the young people have their own challenges. It is, we as political leaders have been doing it again and again, doing it and repeating. So we also need to hear and listen to people. We also have to understand their plight. Every house in Kashmir has a different story which is related to the insurgency and the militancy which has happened and which is a reality, harsh reality. That's what was Galbat there. Apart from that, young entrepreneurs, business fraternity, they all said things. In Jammu, I intended to give the platform to those who do not have the platform, but are those people who matter. The idea was to convey what Jammu has, what the young people in Jammu has, what are their aspirations.
So if I ask you, what were the 4 or 5 broader points that were, put forth by these people?
As far as the industries are concerned, the industrial packages is something that they want. They don't want that, they are not saying that, you do not let the industries come in. They say make more space for industries, but you have to give us packages. Because there's a unique situation. We don't have much of raw material. So material comes from outside and then it has to go back after selling. So that's the process. And that process they wanted. Education reforms people wanted. There were students who wanted educational reforms. A lot of students came in who talked about sanitation in the colleges. Girl students came in. So
but it concerned also about jobs, employment?
Reservation was one of the major issues.
We did a program on reservation.
So reservation they wanted a rationalization. Let it be clear, clarified. What is the actual stand? How many people are there? How much is the data? So people insisted that, you have to put this controversy to rest if you have the data.
The rationalization of reservation while data-driven.
Data-driven vis-a-vis the population. And obviously there were concerns in reservation as far as the category of those who are the one which are marginalized. We have to understand, we have scheduled caste population who are actually marginalized in society.
So now there are 2 categories there, scheduled.
So scheduled caste people also, the OBCs also had their concerns. So these were the issues that were taken up in Galbat.
So jobs, reservation, industrial packages, drugs, how to combat substance abuse.
The stories narrated, how drug has become an issue.
Major challenge.
It has come, how much it has come up, how frequently it is available, how easily it is available. So those were the concerns. And these were all people, all the speakers were less than 40. So there were artists. There was a radio jockey also. She also came in, because they also work on different...
Some lawyers were also there.
Yes, they were there.
So Aditya, you tell me, now you have experienced some kind of politics, active politics on the ground, meeting people from different walks of life. So if I tell you also as a lawyer, because you understand law, so what are the changes on Jammu's socio-political landscape post 2019? Because there is an impression that since a particular party is winning elections after elections, assembly elections and parliamentary elections, that is the dominant opinion. But is there any other opinion other than what the dominant narrative is from Jammu?
Yes, there is.
Are people happy after 2019 as far as the socio-political landscape is concerned?
Jammu has gone through different phases since 2019. When 5th August 2019, Kashmir was locked, everyone was locked. I remember I left this place for my court, for the court. It took me 2 hours to reach because it was completely packed. People were on the roads celebrating, firecrackers, bazaars had opened earlier and everything.
You are talking about 2019?
5th August, when we got to know that the abrogation has happened. At that particular time, people went through that particular phase and they celebrated.
Euphoria.
There was a massive euphoria. And then the facade starting to evade away. And it started to happen after the present Lieutenant Governor comes into play. It was there till his previous incumbent was there. When he came into play, then suddenly people in Jammu started realizing that, everything has started changing demographically here.
Acha.
See, the industries, suddenly around the industries, the pay settlement, hawkers, normal rickshaw rides, suddenly crime rate starts increasing. So these things started to change. And then the dominance of the officers started to come in. One power center. And then extreme neglect. So these are the things that suddenly people have started. Now people understand it. They know it. But no one is actually coming forward to them, in front of them with a solution. Because the narratives are being controlled by Delhi, by Nagpur, for that matter, and for that matter in the LG's office. I see.
So are you saying that the federal structure or the federal concept was kind of breached or challenged with what happened on August 5, 2019? And there was the impression in Jammu is also that somebody from outside is actually ruling us. We did not get anything.
That's what has happened. That is what people felt. See, for the way officers behave, the way everything is in name of getting channelized, is making more corruption friendly. Is made more corruption friendly. Normal industries, suddenly the packages started drying away. As far as business is concerned, Darbar move. See, if Darbar move happened, the government
practice was abandoned for 4 years. So is there now a positive change as far as the Jammu economy is concerned with Darbar move reopening after 5 years?
See, first time after the move has been restored, the response is positive. Most of the people are happy, and most of the traders are happy. See, because Jammu and Kashmir are so interlinked that people who are trying to divide it are looking at it only from one lens, which is the lens of religion. They do not understand that Jammu and Kashmir, people are interconnected by a lot of factors.
Economy
is one of them.
Culture.
Culture, not exactly, but there is that I have a brother across the tunnel. And
the cultural confluence, they may not agree politically, but there is...
But there's a lot of touch. So business also is a major factor that drives the families. And Jammu doesn't have that much of substantial on its own.
It depends on
it largely depends, its economy depends on the number of people who used to come here
during winters especially.
Because 3 months schools are closed. So that economy was shaken and taken so much that people had to actually lay off employees. So that thing is something where people understand. So Darbar move was also something that has given them an awakening.
So let's come to another issue. I heard some of your speeches and some of your statements I also read. You often talk about this phrase political bankruptcy, that Jammu is politically sort of orphaned or bankrupt. Somebody else takes the limelight and narrative is dominated by some other. So what do you exactly mean? Are the real voices of Jammu or the civil society not being heard? Or are they not loud enough there's a silent majority in Jammu which actually feels differently than what we see in the political narratives?
I call political bankruptcy because, see, a message is being tried to deliver to Jammu all across. I have also heard that message. I have also listened to the elders saying the thing that, see, we do not get anything, hamara aisa Kashmiri lege. That is something which I kept on hearing. And now, over the years, one of the reasons that I decided that to come into politics was like, see, Jammu always got its share.
You had Ghulam Nabi Azad as Chief Minister. You have now the Deputy Chief Minister.
We always had.
Yeah.
We had Pandit Dogra was there. After that, in Congress government, there was Mangat Ram Sharma, Nirmal Singh, Kavinder Gupta, Ganga Ji, and there's so many, Lal Singh, Madan Lal Sharma.
Cabinet ministers.
The numbers. But in spite of that, when things used to come, just something was happening. No? So either they were not assertive enough, or they were not understanding it enough. So something was wrong. The wrong as per me is that, see, these political people never had that vision to get it. See, I always talk, we participated in an agitation, AIMS agitation. I was one of the few people initially in the bar association who said that, see, this is absolutely wrong. We don't need IIT, IIM, you let it off to Kashmir. AIMS lekar aao. Because our problem was that we don't have the medical infrastructure. We got AIMS. But was there any agitation in Kashmir as far as IIT and IIM? No. Why? Because they know what they want. They said, okay, fine, AIMS Avantipura is coming, it's fine with us, even if Jammu gets it, no conflict. See, we have to pick up our priorities and understand what we want.
So you're actually talking about political maturity also.
But yes, because Jammu politics have always been driven, what Kashmir is picking up, we'll want that.
As you said, the sadistic pleasure of, if they lose something, so you cheer.
See, that is not political maturity.
That's a narrative of victimhood also.
See, had Jammu been placed geographically in a place in anywhere in the heartland, when I say UP, these states, we are placed in north of the country,
closer to
geographically, we are placed in Kashmir. Had we been placed next to Kerala also or to any southern state, I would have kept the same idea. Because we are talking about a politically mature society. See, Kashmir, I have understood that, see, why they have been always in cashing. Because their leaders were questioned, put to task by normal people. That why should I vote for you? Irrespective of the party, you prove something to me, you give me something. They talk about themselves first, before putting anything else. The problem with Jammu always has been, and its leadership has been, that they always either not asked or desired to get it, had the vision to get it, or they have been too shy to ask it. So socially, if your leaders are not changing, then we have to push them.
So now you are in politics for the last 2.5 years, nearly 3 years. So you also fought elections.
Yes.
You fought assembly elections, and you lost to the BJP candidate. So how was that experience, from being a practicing lawyer, then, asking people to vote for you with a new, kind of your own narrative? How has it changed Aditya Gupta as a person with this interaction? Winning and losing is part of election process, but just hearing ordinary people and their views and going closer to them.
Election obviously was a roller coaster ride for me. When I got the mandate, it was exactly 30 days prior to the elections. So there were people who told me that, see, okay, fine, you got a mandate, now you should contest it like normal election. Dekha jayega jo hoga, but you'll get this much of votes. So that was one of the initial ideas that were given to me once I got the mandate. So, but I wanted to actually use it, because since I'm into a serious business of politics, and I really want to do something for Jammu, basically. So I dove into it properly. I met a lot of people, and the narrative was basically so infused. I contested from Jammu East, so it's in a way you can call in Jammu the saffron land. people are related with RSS, and not for today, for last 50 years, 60 years, their families all together. The idea of going to them was that I at least presented an idea. Let's see, you always have been voting for BJP. You have been voting as the RSS has been telling you to. And what have you actually achieved? Not try to just change yourself. Vote on agendas, vote on issues. See, the BJP candidate from Jammu East did not have a personal manifesto for the constituency. And he nowhere said that he wants the Darbar move restored. And Darbar move's maximum impact is in this constituency. Congress, Jammu has been always either vote for BJP because you are a BJP supporter, Congress, you don't want BJP. So easy vote for Congress also, that those who don't want to vote for BJP will vote for you. And BJP Vidika. But people are not voting for themselves.
For their own jobs.
So I try to put in like, see, there's an agenda for the election and then let me take it to people. I did only 2 rally or shows. Rest everything was a foot thing. And I basically, I'm very happy that at least I was able to infuse some idea in some people's mind.
You made them think.
Different thing, because even if there's no doubt about the fact that they didn't vote for me, then the numbers speak for themselves. But fact is that, see, they still talk to me. If I meet them, they do discuss those ideas. At least
so
some kind of
conversation going on.
Conversation at least has, because it's a longer battle.
Okay, now let's come to last 2-3 questions. One is about you are doing something for Jammu. You are doing this Gal Baat and trying to bridge the gap. But what do you also have plans to bridge the gap between Kashmir and Jammu, also Ladakh? Do you have any such ideas for the future?
See, the fact,
because we saw in 2008 also Amarnath land row. At that time also the 2 regions got divided on the regional lines or the religious lines, and this was repeated during this cancellation of medical college for the Sri Mata Vaishno Devi University. So what are your plans, or do you have any plans?
See, I personally believe that people in Jammu have an issue that they feel that we are somewhere disconnected with Kashmir, and Kashmir has been taking a portion of us. So that's the discontent. But to have that conversation, to bridge that gap, first Jammu has to be on one paper. See, what we have been hearing is the voices that have been coming from the capital city around it. We do not hear voices coming in from Chenab as well as Pir Panchal,
Rajouri.
See, very major stakeholders. Because culturally, when we talk about culturally, Jammu, Hindi heartland, is more culturally connected with Chenab as well as Pir Panchal. You have cars running circuits altogether. So these three subdivisions of the Jammu region have to come together. So it is very important that we find one common ground here. My attempt right now is to find that one common ground and place people and get people at least to, there has to be, so that these religious lines are not the common grounds.
People from Kashtawad, Bhadrawah, Doda also say that they are more linked to Kashmir, as far as language is concerned, or some part of their culture is concerned. But anyway, now another, like you also have in 1924, way back in 1924, actually Jammu, there was an agitation in Jammu where people fought for this permanent residency, state subject law during the Dogra period. So as a lawyer, you tell me, what were your thoughts on abrogation of Article 370? How do you see that?
I have been always a very strong supporter of Article 370 because I thought that, I have done I've done all my education from government institutes. So till 10th, I have been into a private school. 11, 12, I did from a government school. University, Jammu University, I did my law from. So I know
benefits.
The benefit. With I do not lie, at least on this. With my merit on 12th, in my 12th, or for that matter, in my entrance examination, I wouldn't have made to a premier institute like Jammu University's law school. Had that 370 strength or the backing or a safeguard I was not having. So, as far as jobs are concerned, we had our jobs, smaller populace. And apart from that, the most important thing that I always felt, we here already had a lot of people from Punjab. A lot of people from Punjab already were here. The cultural dilution was happening. And that was affecting. But there was a safeguard because our people, local population, was not that economically very strong. Our lands was the only jewel we had. With this abrogation, that is also taken away.
So it's now a problem of land, problem of scholarships, problem of jobs, inflation, economy.
See, education, first of all, till your university, you're practically paying for free. Free education in organic. So education was limited to you. Now that is being covered across. Jobs, now that people are participating. Land also. Now someone can buy. Earlier, even if a bigger company used to come in, maximum that company could do was take it on lease. And a person who is to owner at that instant might not it would have been much more beneficial for him not to sell it. Today they're not left with the options. Our lands are going, our farmlands are going. We are going out of horticulture business practically. There's no next generation coming in for agriculture. So this is thing that has basically caused massive damage.
So thank you, Aditya, for speaking to Frontline. So this was the 10th episode of the Kashmir Notebook. As you remember, those who have been watching this program closely, that we began this series. This series was started in April 2025. We hope you like the series, and if you have any feedback, please do write to us. Thank you for watching this program.